What's up guys? In this video we're going to show you the top 10 moments from 2021. We had a lot of amazing stuff happen, also some bad things happen to us. So we're going to break it down and hope you enjoy the video.
We are Zach and Ina, full-time digital nomads from the United States and Belgium. We met while studying abroad in 2018 and have been traveling the world together ever since. We're here to inspire your next adventure, whether it's hiking in the Canadian Rockies, a road trip through the US, or backpacking across Africa. On our channel, you'll find unfiltered videos of hiking guides and the best things to do in destinations around the world.
"2021 was a very special year for us because this is actually the year that we became full-time digital nomads. Prior to that, we were actually living in Canada, we had like regular jobs, and so in December 2020 we thought it was time for a change and we really wanted to live this lifestyle and try it out. So we left our apartment and we first moved to the US for a few months, and ever since that we kind of moved around to new countries. So at that time, of course, there were still some COVID restrictions and it wasn't always easy to find a place that would both accept us.
So to sustain this travel lifestyle, we both work remotely. So I build websites, I built my own company designing websites back in January, and then Ina also does remote work doing graphic design and marketing. And then also we're just continuing to build World Wild Hearts as we go. We usually put out a YouTube video once per week, just informative videos that help other people travel to the places we've been. So without further ado, let's get into the top 10 moments of 2021.
Our most challenging moment of this year was by far this crazy day hike we did, which is called the Enchantments. This hike was supposed to be like 32 kilometers long, but actually when we tracked it, it was about 40 kilometers. And we left as early as 6 a.m. in the morning, and I think we finished like right when it was dark, around like 9:45 or something, so it took over like 15 hours. It was pretty crazy. It was mentally but also physically extremely challenging, and especially the last 10 kilometers, they were just a total grind, and it was mostly in the forest, so that was definitely our most challenging moment.
So by far the craziest thing we did in 2021 was go paragliding. And this was in Olydeniz, Turkey, which is one of the best spots in the world to do paragliding from, mainly because you drive so high up to the top of this mountain and then jump from there and you see these amazing blue lagoons below you with all these different colors. And for me, like, paragliding was something that I never thought I would do personally, but Ina had done skydiving before, so I trusted her opinion on how it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like, 20 minutes of getting prepped, but it really was just like, okay, 2 minutes and then you're going. So we went up and all of a sudden we were above the ground just flying like birds over this cool lagoon, and you just really felt this weightless feeling gliding through the sky, so it was pretty amazing stuff.
Our most surprising destination of 2021 was Bruges. Bruges is actually a city in Belgium, and I'm from Belgium, so it's in my own country. I had been there before actually a few times, but I just really didn't remember it as like being such a beautiful city. But so when we went back, like, we really did all the possible things you can do in the area. We stayed there full weekends, and yeah, we were really impressed by the history and like just the medieval look of the city. It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a lot of people, they actually skip Bruges in Belgium. They go to Paris or Amsterdam, London, but they don't really think about visiting Belgium at all, and I think it's definitely worth it. Like, the vibe, the medieval looks of it, it's just really beautiful.
So our most exciting moment this year is when we got engaged actually in Cappadocia, Turkey. So I had been planning this for about 3 months, right when we knew we were going to Turkey. I had seen pictures of Cappadocia before, and it just looked like this magical landscape with all these balloons flying around. And I thought, what better place to do it than there? And so kind of how it went down is I found this really remote destination that was off on the side. No people around. We just laid down our blanket, had some beautiful music playing. I told Ina to close her eyes, and then, yeah, the rest is history. She said yes. So that was our most exciting moment.
The most remote destination we visited in 2021 was Chiapas. Chiapas is actually a region in the south of Mexico near the border of Guatemala, and it is very jungly. There's a lot of wildlife, and so we stayed in these eco camps there with the Lacandon people, which was a very unique experience. And this region also actually has malaria. We didn't know that, so we just went there and suddenly we were like seeing all these mosquitoes, so we looked something up and like it said, oh, Chiapas has malaria. So it was a little bit of a scare for us, but then we talked to the locals and they were saying it would be all fine, like we didn't have to worry. And so yeah, nothing happened, so it was all good after all.
So this year we visited 10 national parks in the US, and we were actually in the US for about 5 months of the year total, so we had lots of time to visit everything from Mount Rainier National Park to Yosemite in California. And out of those 10 parks we visited, our favorite one by far was Zion National Park in Utah. And the main reason for this was simply because of the feeling it gave us. You just get this feeling of like immense beauty when you go through and you have these beautiful rivers on the side and all these red colors. And also in Zion we did Angel's Landing, which is a really scary hike, one of the scariest hikes in the world, because at the top you're on this ridge which is probably like that wide at some point, and you have like 1,000-foot cliffs on each side of you. So it was a really scary hike, but really rewarding at the end. You have some amazing views of the valley, and it's a cool one to check off the bucket list.
Our strangest moment of 2021 actually happened about a month ago. We were driving from Olympos to Kash and suddenly we saw all these camels. So of course we pulled over and we wanted to check it out because we thought it was some like camel fair or something. But then we actually found out it was a camel wrestling event. And this is actually a traditional Turkish sport. So we watched it and it goes like this, like they bring a female in the arena and they guide her around, and then they bring in 2 camels and they fight over her. But of course, like it was weird because camels are not really aggressive animals, they're very relaxed. And so while we normally don't really support these kind of activities, it was still interesting because it was really a truly traditional event.
This year we traveled to a lot of different hidden gem destinations, mainly because we were just slow traveling throughout the year. Like we would stay a couple weeks or a couple months in a place. So we had the opportunity to see some really unique spots that most tourists don't see. And our favorite one of these was Milos, which is this really remote island in Greece. Like you can only get there by boat, and there's a really small airport as well. But yeah, once you get there, you have the option to do like a 4x4 rental, which you can ride all around the entire island, which is cool because you can get to some really remote beaches there, and it's also just really relaxed. And yeah, we believe that in the next few years, this place is going to become really popular because it's kind of like the ultimate adventure and relaxation destination all in one. So if that's your style of travel, definitely a place you should check out.
This year we visited tons of beautiful beaches in Greece, in Mexico, in the US, but one that really sticks out in our minds was on Holbox Island in Mexico. Holbox Island doesn't have any cars that drive around, it's very relaxed. The only way to get around is by golf cart, by bike or walking. And it also has these really beautiful sandbars. So at a certain time of the day, when the tide is low, they just like show up and it's just amazing. You can walk for kilometers on these sandbars and just watch the beautiful calm waters around you and also the white sandy beaches. So for these aspects, this was our favorite beach destination in 2021.
So the worst moment in 2021 happened to me actually, and it's when I lost my wallet in Tucson, Arizona. So one day we were visiting my aunt and uncle, and we were hiking amongst the saguaro cactuses, which are these giant cactuses around us, just taking pictures, walking around, going for a nice hike. Then we got back to my aunt and uncle's house, and I was supposed to pay for something online. Like I was looking for my wallet, couldn't find it, went to the car, still couldn't find it. So it was just gone. It was really bad timing because we had to go to Mexico 3 weeks later. And we learned through this whole fiasco that bad luck never comes alone either. So we had the wallet, and then the next day, my car got a flat tire, also in Tucson. So I don't know if it's like Tucson, I'm cursed there, or it's just like this is how bad luck goes. But had a flat tire. Luckily it got fixed so we could continue our US road trip. But yeah, that was the worst moment of 2021. Alright guys, that's it for our best moments of 2021. Hope you enjoyed the video. We enjoyed telling our stories and kind of remembering those moments ourselves. And yeah, we have basically a video of each of these spots we've talked about too, so if you want to check out our channel, you can go to a playlist and sort it by country, find it there. And yeah, we're looking forward to making more videos in 2022. We're aiming for every Saturday releasing a new one, so make sure you check out our channel, and we'll catch you on the next adventure.